I do decree we should start this podcast.
The D-pad contains crude language, cringe humor, and suggestive themes. Viewer discretion is advised.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me.
We're gonna have a TV party tonight. Alright! We're gonna have a TV party, alright!
Okay, welcome to the D-pad. I'm your host, DZ Dog. We're here with Austin Trench. We got Mark. We got Commissar. We got that one kid. I forgot his name. His name's Logan. He's Wolverine. Perfect recovery. Good. Yes, we did it.
Yeah. Of course.
And silence. That was perfect. It was just like bombing. Just like just dipped in quality. Just as low as you can go. Each day with this podcast, I love it. It just gets worse and worse.
Every day this podcast gets work. It's like a train wreck that you just see go in slow motion and then reverse. And
It's
then
like a
slow motion.
movie
No, it's a
strip.
train wreck that just doesn't realize it's a train wreck, so it just keeps trying to go as far as it can, despite how much dragging metal and dead people it brings with it.
Yeah,
Like
nah,
the
this
car,
is good.
like the burning car from hell,
Yeah, you know, just gotta keep going.
attached
Even
to
though
a train.
you've lost a few cars, just keep on going. That's my motto.
Hey, the motto is of the movie, well, the tagline is, if Aquaman can get a movie, anyone can.
I don't know. I mean, the new Aquaman looks freaking badass.
But hey, remember what they said, if Aquaman can get a movie, anyone can.
And they did. Teen Titans Go.
I'm pretty sure that's the final horseman of the apocalypse. There.
The final
I'm
horseman of
hyped.
the meme apocalypse.
I'm super hyped.
I don't know. I'll just see it, just for just the novelty of it. Just see all the 20-something-year-old redditors in the theater. Actually, I'm sure there's gonna be more kids though than the actual
And there's like only
Yeah,
one
children.
kid there, and the rest are just angry hipsters who grew up with Teen Titans and are only there to just protest it while supporting 2D animation.
Yeah, it's this massive cognitive dissonance.
It's My Little Pony movie.
I actually heard that they might be getting rid of Applejack or changing her up in the new.
Yeah,
in the
they're making
new,
her black. She's black apparently, and she's not gonna be country. She's gonna be, I guess, they need more urban. more
They're
brown.
horses.
I know, but it's the current year, Com. We have to accommodate everyone.
Time for political correctness, asshole.
Exactly. Thank you, Trench.
You're just not cuckified like the rest of us.
Whoa. Okay.
I think they're gonna do like the Equestria
Wait-
Girls thing.
wait a minute.
But that doesn't really make sense either.
So are you saying? Wait a minute.
What, Logan?
Are that the North just won against the South a second time? Because they're replacing a country-sounding horse with a black one.
I guess, but it doesn't make sense because they're anthropomorphic creatures, but not
I mean,
really.
if you really wanted to make it seem like it came from Africa, wouldn't it be a zebra then?
Yeah, you would think so, but that would be too hard. They would have to actually change the model more. Just put an afro on her.
Oh. And
Gosh.
I gotta go on r/blue pill and talk. Now I'm angry.
Uh-oh. Someone's angry. We gotta do something.
Gotta call the police before the shitlord posts on the internet.
Exactly.
Who the fuck said my name?
I don't know. I
Give
haven't heard much
Obama a
about it.
third term.
No, we need to like that one robot AI with the scary face. You go first.
Showdown?
No, I can't remember. It was an actual AI. It was on Conan, I think, once.
Hatsune Miku?
Sure.
Oh no, I'm thinking Letterman.
Oh god, I remember that now. They commented it was like a
Gentlemen,
train
Hatsune
wreck.
Miku.
It's like a train wreck.
You hear someone yell in the background, "God is dead, we killed him!"
So edgy. Love it. But yeah, I don't know about Teen Titans Go and how it'll be. Just looks like more of the same. Just all along.
Where
It
this is not
even,
gonna
even
be
begins
good.
with a fart joke.
Yeah, I saw the trailer. Unfortunately.
Yay!
Gonna be good, guys. It's depressing. Let's move on to the next topic. I don't like this.
You guys hear about what happened with Hawaii?
Oh yeah, the
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
that's one hell of a way to wake up in the morning.
Like,
Oh,
alarm sets up. You read
Inter-
your
missile
hoping
is
it's not an Amber
incoming.
Alert.
This is not a drill.
yeah, and then you get a.
That must have been
not
one hell of a
ballistic
wake-up
missiles
call.
hitting Hawaii.
Hmm. Yeah. This is crazy. It's just nonsense.
Yeah, it was all due to human error, and literally Trump didn't call them out on this.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is like, with what's going on right now in the world, that actually could have been. I honestly thought that was legit.
Yeah.
Like, I was terrified. I was like, "Oh shit! It's finally happened. I don't have a bomb shelter."
Remember that really just weird video of a dad saying goodbye to his daughter on FaceTime, I think? Where it's like, I'm going to keep playing golf until the missile hits.
Die doing what you love. I was like,
dude,
"What?"
this is... golf means nothing compared to this. Run for your daughter.
I just thought this was gonna be.
If you're on an island and there's a missile coming, where are you going to run to, Trench?
Get on a boat and swim, fool.
Well,
Why-
you
why
hide
would you
under
be
the water
swimming
so the
in a boat?
radiation doesn't hit you for a while. A couple minutes.
Swim to the shore.
Depending on if it's a nuclear missile. If it's just a regular missile, just hide in the water until like.
Last place you want to be if a missile is incoming is water. Because
Why?
because the concussive energy travels quicker and more efficiently in water and solid objects.
On the plus side, if you are on
That's
a
why
boat when that
people who,
happens,
like, throw pipe bombs in the water and they're standing in it die, not because shrapnel is hitting, but because the concussive force is liquefying their organs.
I can actually imagine just someone in a boat, just when a missile drops and like a huge tidal wave just goes in, they ride on the boat like a surfboard. And it's just like when you see the tidal wave coming in, like California sees the tidal wave, and you just see the dude surfing on a boat, and like
Sonic Adventure? Jeez.
no, this would be like that is probably the most awesome way to die. Just surf on a boat on a tidal wave.
Logan is just shit posting like crazy. I'm sorry, Mark.
On the plus side, that will probably be like the funniest thing ever to see when you die. Just like a tidal wave running about you, and you see like a boat just surfing on the top, and a dude surfing on the boat like a surfboard. I'm like, I want to be terrified, yet that dude's using a boat like a surfboard. That's kind of awesome. Terrifying, but awesome.
Okay, Ultra Game Room, chill the fuck out with the fucking memes, alright?
What?
It's the chat. I think Logan's just spamming.
Skeleton
Someone's
and a
spamming.
computer on fire.
Okay.
Yeah, like there's just two pictures.
Yeah.
Dude.
Just two.
Well, I feel bad for the guy that has to, like, get fired because he must have accidentally entered something in a program that sent that mass text out to everybody in Hawaii. So he's going to be, like, it's ridiculous
Super
how much
fired.
he's going to get fired. Like, that is a major fuck up.
Though in this day and age, that would probably be a preemptive warning.
Or maybe it was Trump that did it as a prank.
Did you hear that Trump about that comment he said about Haiti and African
Yes, I heard.
Why the
No,
hell
heard.
do we want people to come from shithole countries? Why can't we get other people from Norway, said something like that?
And
Yes.
people are literally
And
just
he's
wondering,
correct.
should we call him racist now? I'm like, bitch, we all know he's racist.
I'm
Like,
still
what the-
deciding.
As a man who is very pro-Trump, I say I support these comments.
I'm so glad
Good
that you're
things,
just joking.
good
right?
man.
All right, sure.
Whoa, joking. I don't even know what you're talking about. Well,
Yeah,
Alright.
sure. Deny it. Fraud. Well, you guys want to continue to talk about this
literally my hero.
horrifying
No.
prank? I don't know what even to call it. It's just
It was a
I mean,
accident.
you
Yeah, it was
see,
an accident,
if
but-
this was the Imperial Guard, that man would have been shot already.
oh,
You
Got a
press the
point.
wrong button, and
How would Trump fare
Yeah.
under the Imperium of Man?
as a leader, as long as he pays Imperial tithes, he would be kept, like, he wouldn't be, like, forced from power or anything. But, like, the moment he starts, like, dejecting from the Imperium and the God Emperor, yeah, Arbites will, like, storm wherever the fuck he is and take him away and install a new person.
True that.
yeah. Install. Just boot up Siri. Pray.
With the Imperium, each world has its own ways that they run themselves. As long as ultimately they acknowledge the Imperium having final say on everything, they continue to do what they get to do.
I wish we had the like the 30K Millennium Imperium of Man rather than 40K Imperium of Man. I mean, I wish we had them in our government right now. I'd be okay with it.
All right. Well, you guys want to move on?
Okay.
Let's talk about skateboarding. Yeah. It's
Skateboarding.
2002. There's this game that I'm kind of excited about, but not really.
Yeah, the
The
year I
best
was
last
born.
expedition.
It's called Session, and it's not like Tony Hawk. It's more like Skate / Thrasher, Skate or Die, and it looks, or not Skate or Die, whatever, I can't remember it, but it's it's more simulation based than arcadey like Tony Hawk. Looks really good. You get to ride on a piece of wood, just like we did in the old days, kids.
I mean,
We didn't
like,
have
I wouldn't mind it.
hoverboards.
Okay, first off, hoverboard skateboarding would probably be the most dope thing ever.
I'm sure they'll add
Second, I wouldn't mind a new Tony Hawk or Sessions. I mean, that sounds pretty good. I mean, a better Tony Hawk than the last one we got would be nice.
that. Oh yeah, that was embarrassing. But you know, tomorrow is so far away, so sometimes you just gotta live for today.
And forget yesterday, because yesterday is already gone.
Exactly. I wonder if there's gonna be a story
Tomorrow's a
mode.
day that never comes.
Well said. But yeah, it was just interesting little game that I'm kind of hyped for, but I don't want to donate any money because I know Kickstarters can be sometimes.
Yeah, like Star Citizens, I think started to attempt might be considered vaporware, I guess, at this point.
Pretty much.
I mean, it does look pretty dang cool. I mean, not gonna lie. But the hardware to acquire that thing, oh boy.
Yeah, Kickstarter. It's basically gambling at this point.
Yeah,
We got
You know,
ukulele, and that's not much.
we did get Shovel Knight.
Oh yeah, that one was good.
We also got what other?
It's hard. It's bad that we have to think this hard. Like that just shows how good
Okay,
Sora really is.
Ukulele, Shovel Knight, Hat in Time, Mighty Number 9.
Was that in time?
Yeah, Hat in Time, I think was it
Why do you know?
Kickstarter?
I don't know.
I know Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice was a indie game. I think Kickstarted.
Okay, so out of all those games, I guess only 2 were really good.
Hat in Time was really good though.
Yeah, but ukulele. It was just remember the '90s, the game. That's all it was, really.
I really
sorry.
want a few. I really want some remakes.
I guess I'd rather see something that like didn't do too well in the past get remade than just look, there's another I don't know, Banjo.
Remember this? Feels so much nostalgia.
Yeah, remember Spider-Man.
Remember the 80s? Stop dancing.
I remember.
Ghostbusters.
I remember.
Stop dancing.
Wait, guys, I think I may have thought about something. About those games. Bubsy.
Ooh, no. Well, that was okay. That was good for all the wrong reasons, Bubsy.
No one asked for it.
I like Bubsy.
What could possibly go wrong?
I like Bubsy.
Of course.
I will defend Bubsy until my death. This is not a joke. Bubsy is good.
Yeah.
You know, everyone has to be wrong once in a while.
Yeah.
Me, I'm never wrong, except about religion, weather, and politics.
And most of every other things.
No, I'm not wrong about
This
history.
figure
I-
has 28 points of articulation. Bitch, that had 30. I counted.
Uh-oh. You gonna do a call-out video com? Gonna expose him?
Oh no, I'm just making shit up right now.
Oh, okay. That'd be funny though. You don't see a lot of fake feuds anymore. That used to be a big thing.
I call out videos I'm making.
But yeah, any more game news? Oh, Metal Gear
Can
Survive.
I talk about Logan Paul?
Not Logan Paul. Not yet with Logan,
One-
but
one more
Metal Gear
thing.
Survive.
Yes. How do you guys feel about Jumping the Shark Kojima edition? Actually, doesn't look that bad, honestly.
It doesn't look bad. You're just questioning why does it exist.
Yeah, why are we fighting zombies and why is it like PUBG and where's Snake? And people say Metal Gear Rising was bad and divisive, but this, I don't
No,
even know what it is.
Rising actually did pretty well, I feel. This is just cancer.
Like, people are throwing these bodies in the ocean and they become zombies. Like, they travel through a wormhole. They get infected with the S virus, the Schlock virus, and so they become zombies, and then they start killing people.
Soul and Sanctuary had a better explanation for the zombies than this.
I don't know. It'd be funny though if Kojima was just completely self-aware about what he's made. Like the plot just goes really insane even for him. Like I don't know.
That would be a challenge there.
Yeah, that would just be, I don't know, just testing fate. I don't think we can handle all that cheese. But I want it. I'm still probably gonna play it though, knowing how stupid I am.
I'm probably going to. I probably won't. I mean, Death Stranding does look good.
I don't know. I'll have to actually see more of like videos, like gameplay videos, to really make a judgment call. But right now, it just looks silly, even for me.
Well, I mean, even looking back to like some of the other Metal Gear stuff, they looked silly unless you were into the series, like Metal Gear Solid 4. He must take on the world by himself.
He's like little Grandpa Snake comes out.
Yeah. My whole bodysuit camouflages, but I don't wear anything to cover my face. Why? Because I want some schmuck soldier to see a floating head and shit himself.
Exactly. That's the perfect tactic. But yeah, anything else about Metal Gear Zombie Biohazard Left
don't.
for Dead?
I
Metal
don't
Gear
know.
Left
I
4
don't
Dead.
care.
I don't know what it is. But yeah, we can talk about Logan Paul. I don't care anymore at this point. I'm just like, whatever.
He got banned from Japan? I thought that was just a rumor. Or a rumor that was circulating.
I don't know.
Yeah, he got banned
How
from
do you-
Japan. It's
Banned from the
hilarious.
country.
Where I think this kid is probably going to be like, "Well, that happened. At least I have my everyday bro."
Yeah, he's not gonna care. He's not gonna learn anything from it. You think people are like, oh, he's gonna have a change of heart? No, he's still gonna be a complete douchebag, and nothing has changed.
I mean, I know
He's
they
a
took.
literal cartoon character from a bad '80s movie.
Yeah, like I
Come
said, he
by.
was like one of those raunchy
He's Biff.
comedy guys.
No, Biff had
Mm-mm.
charisma.
Yeah,
Even though he was a rapist, a murderer, and a racketeer, apparently.
He's got charisma that doesn't appeal to us. I
Sounds
mean,
like a-
he does have a following.
yeah, he's your typical politician. That's fine. Whatever.
Oh, wow. Politics.
Yeah, I know. That was so original and funny. I'm so good at this, guys. Okay, but seriously, I don't know why people are like excited about this. Nothing's gonna change. It's still gonna be him.
I mean, I know he got taken out of YouTube Red and all of his stuff was, I guess, taken out from YouTube Red and stuff, but didn't work, I guess. I mean, he's still gonna be on YouTube. I mean, ban his account, like take away like his various social media outlets, like really destroy him for this. But banning him from Japan, I feel that's like a good first step. But how did you find this out?
Yeah.
Yeah, tell us, Trench.
Hmm?
How did you find this out?
Yeah.
I found it out because, like,
Oh.
there's a bunch of articles about it.
Sure.
Like, and no
I think
offense, Logan Paul does have it coming, but at least they're not going to hurt him, put him in jail for what he did. He doesn't deserve that. He just deserves, like, to just reflect on his life and go, like, look, I know people like Andy Kaufman made a business being a bit of a prick in public, but there's a difference between what Andy Kaufman did and what Logan Paul is doing.
Maybe this will be
Andy
a,
Kaufman's stunts, when he interacted with people, they were all fake. Every person he interacted and pranked was an actor he hired and rehearsed things with. At least to my knowledge, so far. With Logan Paul, he tries to get real reactions by annoying real people to see what is the reaction, because he is essentially trying to show the spirit of youth through the eyes of a child, but he's doing it in such a way that is so obnoxious and annoying. And I am someone who is both obnoxious and annoying, and even I think that's obnoxious and annoying. Logan, if you're somehow watching this, if your 12-year-old fan base, which is creepy by the way, sends this to you, just
Well, you don't choose your
chill the
fan
fuck out,
base.
man.
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
You don't choose your fan.
base. The fan base chooses you.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Honestly,
I
keep going.
if you market your videos in a way, like if you market them to a certain group and you're smart enough, you to be in that group, like there's a certain level of calculation that's done to both of those. Like, I mean, do you think he's doing this just because do you think there are aspects of the stuff that he does just like it's stuff he cares about? I mean, some of it I'm sure at the beginning, but
Oh, jeez, you're cutting out.
Oh no.
I mean, we need to that level in order to make that money.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
There is some calculation when it comes to things like that, but in the end, it's who you're appealing to. I mean, no one expected that a kids show geared towards, like, 6-year-old girls would find such a strong following with adult men. Look at My Little Pony. Every aspect of that was geared towards kids. It kind of changed into something where they kind of embrace that part of it too with the marketing teams.
Yeah. was a perfect storm.
Oh god, I just had a
When
flashback.
she had made MOP.
What?
Like, when House made MOP, she wanted to appeal to something that kids could
Everyone.
watch, and so they made the show a vapor because they wanted.
Yeah,
Or
now
with
she's
them.
gone. They're gonna run this into the ground for money. And then no one
Who's
will care.
gone?
Lauren Faust. She's no longer part of the show.
She walked off into the sun.
Do 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 do.
I feel like I'm missing something by not knowing who that is.
She was the woman who helped create
Or she wrote.
MLP. She wrote MLP, but I think she also helped with Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends as well. I think. I don't know if that
Yeah. Well, I think she worked with Craig McCracken, which is, her husband.
was. Okay, that makes so much
Her
sense.
husband/slave.
Oh.
He's like, "Where's my drawings, bitch? Honey, I'll make it for you." Ah!
Craig McCracken has tons of toxic masculinity.
It can't be worse than Oprah and Stedman.
Oprah for president. Oprah Winfrey.
Okay,
Mhm.
Josh Nichols.
Ugh.
You know, if you told me like 10 years ago, Oprah for president, I would have thought it was like a joke from Drake and Josh.
Yeah, but after that Golden Globe Award thing, that Golden Globe Award speech that she did, like, people are just wanting her as it sounded presidential. People commented.
Well, I mean, that doesn't. You don't have much of a standard when comparing to how someone currently speaks right now as a president. So it's kind of like, after watching a shitty movie, you see another awful movie, but this movie's a little better, so you think it's a lot better.
Yeah, that's pretty much it at this point.
I mean, literally, I am curious, like, if Trump really does get impeached and kicked out of the White House, either him or his entire cabinet, who would replace him?
So typically when it comes to like through the chain of command, because it goes from president to vice president, then I believe Speaker of the House, don't quote me on that, then Secretary of Defense.
With how many people are leaving Trump's administration, that list is getting small. That list is just getting more and more vacant every week.
Maybe we could all join. Let us in.
I hope I don't become president because I'll probably run the country to the ground.
You're too young anyways, you have to be at least 35.
I'm
Yeah.
24.
Shit, I got 11 years till then.
I'll be
You know
25
what
in
would be
a
a
few
worse
months.
draft than military draft?
35, I said.
I know.
I mean,
Trump would escape to Canada in order not to be drafted as president.
Yeah, probably.
Dragonland.
Okay.
Commissar versus Getorix for president. I will make us into a state where we can join the Imperium without shame.
We're gonna have to do a whole lot of reorganization if we're gonna do that. Commence the purge.
Run a few propaganda campaigns, kind of start establishing to mix in with Imperial propaganda with school and education. Give
Perform
me
a couple of
power
political
and I will sow the
assassinations.
seeds for us to join the Imperium.
Perform a couple of political
I'll just be in
assassinations.
line at the release of that future terrible Venom movie. Wearing the mask that Commissar gave me.
In my regime, everyone will be a son. Can we choose our waifu?
No.
Waifu, more like fuck my lifeu. Heyo.
No. Damn you, state.
That's right. We must decide
Waifu
the
law.
waifu.
Let us be allowed to choose our wife. Oh my god. Oh my
This is what
god.
happens when you let weeaboo refugees into our country. If you let Sakracon refugees into our country, this is what you get.
It'll be a full-on waifu, and then the waifu wars will become real.
What is this thing I keep hearing about called the waifu wars?
Basically, two various like waifu are like held on pedestals by the fan bases of certain shows, and like one side would like one, another would like another, and they would just clash on the internet and just watch a flame war happen. That's the best of my knowledge as to what a waifu war would be. Think of it like a console war, only with anime chicks.
So more sad. Okay, I got it.
Or Neptunia, but that also works.
Oh,
Oh god, we're going
More
to have...
cringe and disappointment.
We're already in hell. We're on this podcast, but I'm chained.
funny.
Just sit around with some brewskis and lawn chairs and just watch the weebs just murder each other.
That sounds like a good day.
Yeah, we're just like, and the kick-ass rock music and going on in the background.
Meanwhile, I'm still in line for that non-existent Venom movie.
Isn't
Okay,
it actually being made?
Yeah, you want to talk about this, okay, Trench? You've been throwing it out. Go
We
ahead.
will talk about
They
Venom.
recently revealed a picture of Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock.
Okay.
They won't reveal the suit yet because it's going to be a CG character.
Oh, jeez.
Just
Sounds
shows
awful
Tom
already.
Hardy asking somebody questions on a notepad.
Well, I mean, how else would you portray Venom? You know, the muscular, like 8-foot tall guy
That's a good point.
With a short
who's made
guy.
out of like living symbiotes that change their form and protrude away from him at random intervals.
It's just that, you know, with a CGI, you can either look really good or just silly. So, hopefully
Yeah,
It's pretty silly.
CGI.
it all
Actually,
depends
no,
if they care enough.
But then again, I don't
Actually,
think you
this
could
is-
actually make a practical effects Venom because I think the mouth would be the most difficult thing to do.
Yeah, just look like a Muppet.
Well, I do remember there was a CGI anime that was made that's actually really good.
Oh, what are we going to talk about? No, not that one. Never mind.
There's going to be a lot of CGI that's coming out this week, especially Godzilla, but I've talked enough about that one from last week's. Entertainment-wise, nothing else interesting has come out other than what's now the brand new Tumblr anime, Devilman Crybaby.
God, yeah, that.
What?
I heard it was good, actually.
Where are people thinking that it's good? Like,
It's.
am I like wearing different glasses
Let
when
me
I'm watching
explain to you why people think that Devilman Crybaby and just the entire Devilman series is considered good. It's kind of just like a. It's basically like a. I don't want to sound pretentious or anything.
Bo.
No, it's not insane and absurdist. It's more just like this kind of dark, like, study on the human condition. Like, it's basically people. How do I describe it? It's like demons start appearing, and then these two guys, they're like, "Oh, we gotta help fight the demons," and so they kind of like have to become demons. It's basically just
Well, one
metaphorical
actually,
for
actually
war
becomes a
and-
literal demon but manages to survive, and it's going like his own journey to like controlling it. Like, well, for half of it is like monster of the week, and then the other half of the show is like just like
depressing,
showing the
nihilistic.
word. Yeah, nihilism, but
I've
not-
seen the show, but it's just like people think it's great, but it's like I've seen the original one, and then this one is the new one is more of a comedy because it does show that humanity is fucking retarded. Pardon me for using that language, but we're a terrible society, we're a terrible species, and we freak out at a drop of a hat. Obviously, one of them being the ballistic missile thing, but that still counts as like a small drop of a hat in the situation, at least from my perspective. Another thing is, it's like a lot of it is set up as a joke. rather than like this is serious. And then halfway through, they're like, "Yeah, let's make it serious now." I'm fine with all the weirdness, like someone pleasuring themselves and with a donkey sound effect as their moaning voice. I'm not making this up. That's actually in this. I like the animation for the most part, except for these scenes where someone's running like a total weirdo.
Oh yeah, I saw.
It's like
that.
someone on Tumblr lovingly made a joke where they had like Flintstone sound effects as they're running, which I'm like, why did they use that in there rather than just actual sounds of people running on a track field? Which I'm like, man, you had so much potential. If this show was just a comedy, I would give it like a 10-star review saying this is the most nihilistic cartoon I've ever seen, and I support it. Easily better than Rick and Morty. But then it goes through the serious stuff that the original manga did. And this one's a lot more meta because Devilman already exists as a cartoon in that universe. So I'm like, hey, that doesn't make sense right now. Like, and this character has met other characters in that world. Not in this one, but in other incarnations, like the gang of cyborgs known as Cyborg 009, Mazinger Z, like classic anime characters. And this one is just, no, it's a meta show. I'm like, oh, it's going to be that show. And the main bad guy, who is like this blonde white guy, is so obviously evil, but everyone totally believes everything he says. I'm like, I feel like it's the audience kind of, I think it's like a thing for the audience to go like, there's nothing you can do about this. The people of this world are totally blind and manipulated by him. Only you can like yell, don't trust this idiot. But
if only people had common sense in anime. In
real life.
That's my big problem, that I think that there should be common sense in reality and fiction.
Yeah, that's kind of like what I wish would happen, like in anime where people actually have like common sense and stuff.
Where people like Guillermo del Toro and various other people would swat me on the face and say, "No, we're not fucking having that here." Like, but you need to have it. Kids are not dumb. Like, here's a theory I have why kids are actually getting smarter than their parents. Because the parents now are too busy trying to relive their childhood, and their kids are sick of it, so they want to be an adult so they can understand.
But Trench, do you remember the 90s, though? That's the important question.
And you wonder why kids want to just live in the now and actually be adults.
Exactly.
Well, the other thing as well, you have to remember is information is more accessible now, too. And that plays a big role to it, too.
Plus, people can read a book more.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with nostalgia itself, but it's this whole mantra of like, oh, just live in the past. You know, the future's gonna be awful. Just stay in the past. You know, rather than just trying to move forward. Live in the now. All that other cheesy nonsense. It's just tiring. How people just like take nostalgia and they just use it as an excuse to not like grow up or develop. Just use it to hide.
Yep, and that's why their kids hate their parents for it, because nowadays they're so caught up in their past life that they've neglected their kids today. Now, finishing the topic on Devilman Crybaby, if you're into that type of stuff, by all means watch this show. I didn't like it when I was someone who was looking forward to it. I like the original stuff more because it's a bit less bleak at the end, and it has a really cool sequel series to it, like Violence Jack and Devil Woman. So if you're interested in more bleak stuff than I am, then I recommend you watch that. But I also recommend better things like Lucio Fulci movies, because they have better bleak endings than that, like people actually being trapped in hell and zombies taking over the earth.
Actually, from what I've heard, I think they actually changed the
Mark, don't interrupt me when I talk about Alejandro Jodorowsky. I will go into the fiber optics and slap you.
Isn't that the guy that called himself a Nazi?
Yes, he's a funny man. He's a silly boy. He's a silly guy, 78-year-old man who was raised in a circus. He doesn't like his mom. So?
He's so old.
You're old.
Nuh-uh. I'm young-ish.
Yeah, sure you are. Okay, go ahead, Mark. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say they actually from what I heard about what the original manga ending was like, they changed it for the anime to be a bit different from the manga. Don't know exactly how, but they changed it from what the manga was originally going to be to what the
Which
anime
one,
is.
the
I think
OVA
is.
or the new one?
The new one, Crybaby.
I haven't watched Crybaby, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, the old. Don't really want to talk about the ending for the old one because it's really spoilerish. But I don't know. Should we? Does anyone care? I don't care.
No.
Okay, so basically, Ryu's friend, the main guy's name's Ryu. He's a bit of a softie, and his friend is like this douchebag. But then he finds out that he's Satan, and then he has to fight him, and then they both die.
Well,
They're
Satan lives.
reincarnated. Oh yeah, he lives, but he gets like tortured by God or something, and so everything just restarts. So, that's what starts Violence Jack, because the main character is just a reincarnation of the main protagonist from Devilman. Yeah, that's it. Everyone dies and no one cares. Goodbye. Go home.
Lol.
That's basically.
I'm trying to remember. Not Voltron, not Castlevania. I'm actually trying to remember about
Constantine. I know what you're talking about. Constantine. There's that new Netflix cartoon for Constantine. That looks
Constantine.
pretty good. Yeah, have you heard of that?
Not until now.
Nobody. Okay, well we got to talk about that now. So Netflix are gonna make if anyone knows the comic book series and movies, Constantine, it's like a double hunter or something. They're gonna make that into like an anime. I don't know if they're using the same company that worked on the Castlevania one, because it looks familiar but not really. It's like not as polished, but it still looks good, and I'm looking forward to that. It actually looks decent. Yeah, there's not really much about it. It's just like a trailer. I'll send a link. I'll drop a link.
What about Violet Evergarden? Is that anyone seen that yet?
No. What's it about?
Don't know about it myself. Everyone's been talking about it though. Everyone was really excited because it looked freaking gorgeous. So like, I thought it was looking gorgeous, but I never saw the anime myself. I do want to see. I am still seeing Twin Star Exorcist and also Ancient Magus Bride. Anyone see Ancient Magus Bride?
No. I don't watch a lot of new anime.
I've
I'm
seen
sorry.
it on Crunchyroll, but I have not watched it.
See it now.
Is it like a Beauty and the Beast thing where at the end the creature guy becomes human?
Nah, not like that.
He gets
Basically, the
AIDS.
story is
Yeah. It's a Philadelphia ending.
Oh, AIDS!
no. The story is that this girl, Chise, after having to go through various foster families, she ultimately and them just like passing her around from one family member to another. She ultimately sells herself at a slave auction for magical creatures. She's a slave baggy. It's apparently a kind of fae. No, slave baggy is a type of fae.
Okay.
And yeah, though slave baggy are mysteriously human, but anyway, she eventually gets bought by the ancient Magus himself, by the ancient Magus, the titular ancient Magus himself, Elias. Yeah, Elias forgot his last name already. The Mage of Thorns, and he buys for like 5 million pounds. And when he takes her home, and he basically decides to make her his apprentice, but also his bride. And it's basically just talking about her time with Elias and learning how to be an apprentice, while also bringing some nuance to the whole magic and stuff. Because like the world and the magic in that world is gorgeous, and there's a lot of mythologies mixed into it, like the Fae, like Titania and Oberon, the king and queen of the fairies from Shakespeare. Like the author really spun like the mythologies and of Irish and Celtic folklore, and managed to build a story out of it, and it's amazing. The dub is actually pretty damn good. I actually like the dub. I mean, compared to the sub, I mean, the dub is phenomenal.
Yeah, there's some good dubs.
Yeah. I'm still watching Twin Star Exorcist, but I'm debating whether or not to drop it and then maybe watch a different anime. I mean, like, part of me wants to keep watching Yu Yu Hakusho, and the other wants to keep watching, what was that other anime I was looking into? I forgot. I forgot what anime I also wanted to watch, but I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to think about this. Can't remember. It'll come to me. It'll come to me.
Yeah, so anything else? I'm trying to think of the topic what we were talking about. Oh, yeah, Devilman Crybaby. We get massive tangent, as usual. But
Yeah, we
it's
always do that.
And you know me, I'm usually the guy who hates everything people love.
Yeah, we know.
And love everything people hate.
What is this?
Oh, well, that's life.
Oh, I actually remember something about this video by Yahtzee, or rather the Escapist. Top 10, like the top 15 best, top 5 best, worst, and blandest games of 2017. I liked it because of the fact how each of the games were, each of the games were like symbolized by one thing. Like goods, like the good selection was like cakes and stuff. The bland was just a slice of bread that kept getting higher until when it got to 5, it was just a huge loaf of bread. And bad was ranging from various forms of various pictures of like what crap will constitute like crap, with number 1 being IG pie.
Oh.
IG pie is literally is equivalent to the worst of video games.
It's funny because he killed internet. It's funny.
Get rid of him.
Okay, well.
One thing I am thinking about is like, what was I gonna think about? It'll come to me.
All right, well. Thinking of that. Okay.
I think I remembered it was something about. Game Theory was talking about the recent video that they did about loot boxes and how they could actually be spying on you due to like, I guess like what Bungie said, like having them like based on the information you do in a game, like play a game or like do a match, and it basically like statistically keeps going. Statistically, what the whole loot box is statistically
get your information or something? I don't know.
Not information. It's like calculate how much you want to get after, like, say you're in a Crucible match in Destiny 2 and you see someone using a certain weapon that you like the Uriel's Gift.
Don't
you
know
want
what that
that.
is.
It's
Okay.
basically an auto rifle,
I
but
was being silly. Continue.
you basically grind and use the loot box and use the engrams to get that weapon, but you eventually don't get it. But you eventually don't get it after a few times, but then you do, and then you play and you love it, but then it starts matching you with people who have that weapon as well to increase the difficulty and make you spend more cash. Like eliminated engrams with Eververse and the whole and the Dawning event.
So they're just taking how many times you go for loot boxes, and then they gather that info.
Yeah, they were actually trying to introduce a patent that allowed for that to happen, and like people were so pissed.
Well, all those companies online do that. Like,
Yeah,
like
there
YouTube
was a bit
does
of a
that.
talk about. There was a bit about a talk about Anthem though, about like with everything that happened with BioWare and stuff and EA. They're like, we think that the whole microtransactions and stuff might have jeopardized it.
EA. You know, it's a shame. EA's made some great games in its time. Like, even some of the cringy stuff, like Harry Potter games, they were fun to play. I just feel like the game company that really did actually make some fun stuff for people got a little too greedy. it's understandable to love your job and want to make more money, but what they're doing is a little hasty and a little harsh on people.
Very.
That's business. But unfortunately, they've had to destroy many good things, such as the Dead Space franchise, which was supposed to get a fourth and final one. But alas, that was dropped, and we're left with that crappy third game ending. But oh well, I hope the company does do better and does improve where it's, continuously managed to hurt people over it. I do hope one day they get someone on board that actually pays attention to the gaming community and their employees as well.
That would be nice.
Yeah, if only.
Freaking Donald Trump as the freaking Terminator, which honestly makes sense.
Just nonsense, noise.
What are any of you guys see any good movies or anything recently that you want to talk about?
I haven't seen any movies aside from Last Jedi. Finally got around to watching that.
What do you think?
It was alright.
I thought it was
finally
pretty
saw
damn
the
good.
Tonya Harding movie.
Huh.
What?
I finally saw that Tonya Harding movie, I Tonya.
Don't know what you're talking. I haven't seen it. Actually, I think I know what you're talking about. I just haven't watched it.
It's a fantastic movie, but it's brutal to watch.
Huh.
Like, if you've seen the trailers, the character Tonya Harding, based on the real one, obviously it's a biography movie about Tonya Harding and what led up to the incident with Nancy Kerrigan. And it shows Tanya's life growing up in Oregon, along with her catch of a mother, let's put it like that. And it shows the trials and tribulations of her, which led up to the incident as well, as long as really showing that she may or may not be totally innocent or somebody that may or may not have been involved with the incident. So it's a lot like one of the reviews said it's Goodfellas meets skating, which I'm like, that's very true. It is. It can be very funny, very heartbreaking, and it makes you angry that people like this exist in the real world. But unfortunately it does, and in the worst time periods, the 80s and 90s.
Yeah. I guess the 80s and 90s weren't so good after all, huh?
People only put rose-tinted glasses on that stuff is because they played with action figures and watched cartoons. The reality is the 80s and 90s were terrible because of epidemics, war, and so on.
Yeah, the war on drugs.
So they just used all that stuff to escape.
Exactly.
Well, the 90s was pretty much nothing but escapism, so...
Mm-hmm.
But it was good escapism, though. We had freaking SWAT cats, and that show was friggin' awesome.
I hope the new version actually remains true to the soul of the series, or at least is not as terrible.
What happened to that? Wasn't that announced and then nothing?
Is it still going to be going?
I don't know. Does anyone know? I guess not.
Never heard of anything on it, so I wouldn't know.
Oh well, maybe next time we get any information on it, we can talk about it. You guys want to wrap it up, or got anything else? Going on for an hour.
Let's see. What else could we talk about? Nothing's really, no offense, nothing's really coming out of my mind. Maybe we could talk more about Star Wars and other stuff.
Star Destroyers, I'm gonna come.
Oh,
what do you...
Ralph the Movie Maker jokes.
Yeah, it's funny, but not really. No, let's just talk about it. Sure.
What do you guys think? What did you guys think of it? I mean, I thought it was good. It actually, they actually did. I mean, Luke. I know Mark Hamill didn't like how Luke went, but at the same time, considering how he, in the movie, called the Jedi at the height of their power, brought Darth Sidious into power and caused the fall of allowed Darth Sidious to happen, and the fact how they were hypocrites, I'm like, someone that finally tells it as is.
Well, there was a meme I saw where it was, it had Luke from the original trilogy, and he's like, I am a Jedi like my father, and I won't kill him. But my nephew, who may be tainted with the dark side, I'll kill that motherfucker.
Kill that emo bastard. We have a Twitter feud.
The thing is, though, is like they tried to put in comedy in it, and I actually kind of liked some of the comedy bits. Like the general hug scene at the beginning was hilarious.
I don't know. That felt a little forced, but some of the jokes were all right.
The
Oh, he's
casino-
crank calling Hawks. That's funny. Haha.
Why are they? Why? I understand it's comedy, but it's like, okay, this is Star Wars. It's an intergalactic war. Innocent people will probably die, and this rebellion might be crushed. Princess Leia's like, let's crank call them.
Sorry, throw some Yo
No,
Mama
that was
jokes at him.
Cole that Crank called. It was to
But
distract
still,
them.
then you cut to like the Always Sunny music.
I still, I know
The
that.
gang commits genocide.
The gang commits. That'd be hilarious if we had a Star Wars spinoff with the Always Sunny cast existing in the Star Wars universe.
Oh god, that would.
That would be the best thing on earth.
Like, not even as main characters, just like this B plot going on for no reason.
It's like why did the Death Star really blow up instead of the exhaust?
No,
port?
it'd be why Starkiller Base actually blew up.
Mhm.
And the gang all escaped there. Just like, if anybody asked, D did it. Mother sons of bitches.
They accidentally killed Snoke. It wasn't Kylo.
I
Kylo
didn't
but
see
still,
the movie,
it's
so
like-
thanks.
One thing I'm sad is like, if you actually paid attention to the movie, when you see that little mural that when Luke is having that little talk with Rey when she's trying to learn the Force, you actually see that mural. You look close enough, and it looks like Snoke. And apparently, from what I read up, it's implied that he was the first Jedi who learned how to use the dark and the light sides of the Force.
I don't
So,
know. Some
literally
people
they were-
also believe that he's Darth Plagueis too.
Yeah.
Well, we really didn't get enough. Well, he didn't get enough screen time, so
Nobody knows because they killed him off too quickly. Oh.
they should have at the very. Yeah, I know that kind of sucked. I mean, I wish they could have done more. Why could they not do more? I thought it was gonna be a bit more. Like,
I thought it would have actually had a lot of structure. I mean, a lot of it was like these weird side plots. That was the thing, is looking back at it, it seemed like they stretched out a lot of the movie for no particular reason.
Yeah.
I think this is because of the fact that that they had to switch directors because one of them left again.
Well, they did that with Empire Strikes Back. Episode 5 wasn't directed by George Lucas either.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, honestly, I don't know. I mean, some of it was good. They could have done a lot more. I did like how they sent Luke off, though. I mean,
How did he die? Did he die the way Obi-Wan did? Or
No.
He died whacking it. Whacking
No,
it on a rock on another planet.
with the robot hand or his real hand? My God.
Nobody knows.
Both.
Yeah, both.
You think he cried out, "Danger zone"?
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, but go ahead, Mark. What you were saying?
he basically force projected himself all the way to to Crate where they were having that battle, and he just proceeded to own as a force projection, not really doing anything, just to intimidate them long enough for everyone to
distract them.
escape. Yeah, and at the end,
That's
like,
because
Kylo,
Luke know the way.
Oh. Oh.
if you say that Ugandan Knuckles me again, I will take you out back. I will bring a shotgun and I will kill you.
That meme's dying.
Does
I
the
think.
shotgun know the way?
Oh.
Let it die. Let it die.
Yeah, for all you
Way
people
died.
on Twitter who think it's racist, just let it continue, and then in like a couple of months, it'll just die.
What if because of me, the meme is now cancerous and no one wants to touch it?
There, we
I'm kind
fixed
of.
it. We did
I'm
something good.
honestly. I wonder if this actually pisses off the Ugandans.
Well, that's the thing. The guy who it's actually based off of a Ugandan movie called Killed Captain Alex, and yeah, a lot of the lines are from this Ugandan movie. And the guy who made the movie actually tweets like Ugandan Knuckles and all those memes.
Oh my god.
So he enjoys it. I don't know
All
if
right.
everyone's offended.
I'm pretty sure that means clearly, but
Because
2018
people like to get offended for the sake of others.
Yeah, it feels good.
Actually, people
Masturbation.
want to get offended because they want to understand people, but they also do it so they can look cool as well as try to hide any form of guilt from what their race or background had.
By embracing all their guilt.
Yes.
And it works. Totally works. No repercussions.
Like the thing
Trump's
is like
president because of it.
Yeah.
true. Like the thing is like Lost Pause actually pointed out that found this little meme. It's basically 2018 in a nutshell. Ugandan Knuckles and Sonic surrounding Earth Chan. Just annoying Earth Chan.
Hey, I love Earth Chan. You be nice to her.
Yeah.
Protect the Earth
Because
Chan.
if we hurt her, she's taking all of us with her.
Yep. Or she gets Dio and probably kills us all. Dio.
My favorite meme of it is where like someone throws a snowball at her and it's like the Ice Age.
That's funny.
It's my favorite one. And then there's this really cute one where like they kind of make it look like she has a character about the moon where it's like a little kid and like she's got scars on her back, like obviously from like when meteors hit the moon and the moon shields the Earth from that. And it's like, it's really cute. I recommend you look it up on Tumblr because obviously Tumblr would make that. It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's a pretty cute meme. I usually don't like those kinds of memes, but
I actually saw this one meme where Earth Chan has Captain Planet as a stand.
oh, that's funny. Like, really.
That actually makes so much sense, really.
Huh. Okay, well, we just evolved into meme talk.
But other than that, like, I mean,
This
I mean,
is
like,
behind the meme.
with
Behind the meme
D-pad.
because we all know you love to cream.
Yeah.
Oh man, my favorite YouTube channel. I just love him so much.
Shut up.
You
What
can never
channel?
shut us up. Even if you destroy all these podcasts, we'll still be talking.
Oh, no.
Carmazar knows. I vowed to him, even on my deathbed, I will never shut up.
Oh right, guys, I actually remember something. I actually posted this in the group chat a bit ago about the announcement trailer for Total War China. Romance of the Total War Romance of the with Romance of the Three Kingdoms, and I'm like, yes. I just saw it and I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be so epic.
Oh boy.
Because if you want to know about Romance of the Three Kingdoms, it's this very popular Chinese epic that was actually split into two different versions. The realistic version, which was called Saga of the Three Kingdoms, and the romanticized version that we know as Dynasty Warriors, which is called Romance of the Three Kingdoms. And from what I read up, apparently Total War China is going to involve the romance. It's going to be based off the Romance of the Three Kingdoms because they can do a lot more with that.
Why is there Family Guy in the background?
That's me. I'm watching it. Sorry.
Oh no.
Ew.
We're gonna get copyright strike. Thank you.
Okay. Everything you do will be copyright strike unless you're Logan Paul.
But hey, I'm not gonna make that joke.
Well, think
That's
about it.
just
IAT
a
made a video
theory.
where he just
A gay
destroyed shitty
theory.
movie DVDs.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't like IAT anymore, but he is actually a victim of persecution.
Who?
I
I
hate everything.
hate everything. He's actually a victim. And even if you hate his work, he doesn't deserve to get taken down unless he does something where he like takes a picture of Adam Wingard and then writes it in a death note and like blasts it with fire, then that's a logical reason to have it taken down. But if he's just destroying a DVD saying, I didn't like it, that's it. I don't like it. You like it? Go ahead. And, that's it. And yet YouTube had a freak out about it because companies are like, hey, we can take advantage of this, claiming to be these companies that do it. And sometimes the companies that do that even though the DVDs were already paid for. They just don't want someone to shit talk their product so they won't buy it. I mean, that's like no duh type of situation. But Alex of IAG, although I don't agree with him on a lot of things, is still a victim of persecution because of his free speech.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
just me.
Oh, okay. Well,
Actually, there's one thing I'm trying to remember. No,
I remember
it's not
things.
No, it's not the Tomb Kings.
It's the 90s.
It's not that. trying to remember. No, I had it in my head just a few seconds ago. Just then, it just. Oh right, anime related. Like I thought, like about this one topic. I think we could discuss. Like, what would you guys like? Like, what would you guys like to see as an anime, like a concept? There was like pro that my friend Cody would always randomly talk about that how like these little writing prompts like something like you will end like you find this book except the book is your life. Everything written in it is your life up to now, and when it reaches to now it shows you reading this book, but afterward the pages are blank.
I do have an idea, but I kind of don't want to say it because I might get in trouble. It's kind of gross, kind of disgusting. But
Human Centipede 4 Electric Boogaloo.
I was basically gonna say, like, you know, one of those hentais where it's like really violently sexual towards a woman. Maybe like a Deadpool kind of thing where it's like self-aware of just dumb it is. I don't know.
Makes
Hentai
sense.
has too good of like animation for it. Like,
If
like
only
Miyazaki
regular-
films have crappier animation than this.
If
Yeah,
anything,
it's too
I wish
abundant.
anime had the same animation quality as hentai. Or actually, if all anime were just hentai. Just like,
Wait, they're
go
not.
all in.
They're all eye porn anyway.
Just go all in.
Okay.
Screw it
Anyone
at
else?
this point.
Anime just,
Have
Uh,
A neat concept as a show would be like, for like an anime would to play around with like some techniques would be like a crime series with a detective who's colorblind, so it fits in with the 1920s where it fits from his perspective everything's black and white, but from other people it's colored and stuff.
That's awesome.
And the fact is, he's not really a detective; he's a janitor.
No. Now you had to take a good thing and ruin it, Austin.
Yeah, season 2, not very good.
I actually could think of like a few ideas. One that I just
What the
thought
hell?
of.
Logan, I want a slice of life comedy anime where Stalin and Mao are in a yaoi romance. Okay.
Why do I?
Pretend that
Well, we
didn't
do
happen.
have. Well, we literally do have an anime where Jesus and Buddha are friends. So.
Oh yeah, that one was Saint Youngman. Yeah.
That's a sweet anime though. That's too sweet for this world.
I mean, we also got anime like Konohana Kitan. That's a good one. There's
Never
also
heard of that one.
there's actually an anime idea that I could think of. Well, this is based off of a game, but an anime adaptation of the Secret World Legends following 3 different protagonists, one for each of the big three groups, between the one for the Dragon, one for the Templar, one for the Illuminati, and them ultimately encountering each other and working together while also having to keep secrets from both each other and basically following the formula of the game, but through all 3 of the factions at the same time. They have their own weaknesses, like their own like each of them like have their own reasons for ending up joining in the secret world and the 3 cabals, but all 3 of them have to rely on each other to help protect the secret world, but at the same time they all have their own, I guess, identities, or not identities, their
But
own.
now you're lagging,
motivations.
man.
I'm sorry. Logan just linked Who Killed Captain Alex. He wants that as an anime adaptation. Yes. Yes. Need more black people in anime, sure.
What?
It has to be animated.
Why not
in
just
Uganda,
actually make
though.
another anime reboot of like Speed Racer, but actually have it stay in anime? Because most of the reboots of Speed Racer have been just American versions of it.
Or try to
Back
animate
to
the
the
Assassin's
roots.
Creed series.
No, I don't think that would work. Maybe Legend of Zelda could work because there is a manga of it already out.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and there was that cartoon too.
Oh yeah, the best cartoon ever.
No,
the
no,
80s.
we're not going to acknowledge that. No.
Well, excuse.
No.
Me, princess.
No.
Or like the CD game, like
Oh yeah.
I will get the Triforce of Power. If you don't hear from me in a month, send link.
Great.
2
I'll
months
grab
later.
my stuff. No. I don't know. I would like to see that remade. And then,
I
so
would
like, hey guys, remember the 90s? Look how awesome the 90s
Stop.
is.
Oh, the
Stop
CD game.
dancing.
Yeah, because it was 90s, and that means it's good.
Oh my god, an anime based off of League of Legends.
I don't know.
Actually, it's got. I mean, like the new lore and stuff. Like the new lore, like following the new lore, all the countries sort of the champs interacting with each other while having a underlying conflict of something going on with the void, and at
How
the
about
end,
this?
the void.
Don't spoil the
about-
story,
Oh.
Mark.
Yeah.
Jeez, now they can't make the anime because you just spoiled it. Anyway, I was gonna say
Or at the
like
very least, a League of Legends movie. But
make a Overwatch just like a GI Joe kind of style show. That would be fun.
That would actually
That
be
would-
awesome.
That would be really cool. I'm not a fan of Overwatch, but I like the characters. I like the Hanzo character especially.
GI Joe anime. I mean, not GI Joe
We've
anime.
already done
Overwatch
that.
anime.
Sigma 6.
Mm.
That
No,
was
sorry.
terrible.
Yeah, I meant to say Overwatch. My bad.
I would like to see G.I. Joe come back, maybe just like as a very dark comedy.
I'm old and I want to die. Didn't make the cut. I don't know.
Yes.
Shadowrun
They,
anime.
they cut my medical benefits, so I'm just sitting here with a
But they already
box.
made a Shadowrun related thing. It's called Bright.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
not
make a
live
sequel.
action. I meant Shadowrun anime.
Oh, that'd be good. Like get the
Oh, yeah.
Castlevania guys who worked on the
Yeah, I mean-
Castlevania. Yeah.
Hey, if Castlevania can pull it off, let's go with. Not actually, not just Shadowrun. What other game would translate really good as an anime?
Or just, any type of, I guess, medium. Just to, I guess, expand it.
What about?
Kid-friendly
Hold on,
version
there are a
of
lot of
Warhammer.
games that could be adapted other than maybe Final Fantasy.
Well,
I'm not
if
a
they
big fan
were
of
to
that.
do something like that,
What
they
about
could actually
Kingdom
take the Caiaphas Cain stories and adapt that then.
I can actually
Because-
imagine a Warhammer anime. Like, if they were going to do a Warhammer anime, like, how would it be? Like, would they animate the Horus Heresy?
No, but they
Well,
have to
no,
do
like,
it with
the
90s
The one I
standards and
think
practices.
would be good would be like Caiaphas Cain, because he's a imperial commissar who doesn't want to be near the action, so he tries to find ways to be away from it, and sometimes, well, most of the times, inadvertently putting himself in more danger, which further increases his reputation and stuff, and others species hear about this, and they want him killed, and all sorts of crazy, silly shit.
Yeah, that sounds good. So what were you saying,
And-
Trench? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was
just
going to say
gonna say-
Kingdom Hearts because you could definitely make a lot of money off of people
Yeah.
because the nostalgia thing is so high. You could make a show out of it and anyone would eat it up, even if it's terrible.
Wait, what show? Wait,
Kingdom
what heart? Okay, I can actually imagine that. I think they made a
Awesome.
manga of that.
Do a Foster's Home full of imaginary friends manga or anime.
Oh, that would actually
No.
And in any anime?
be I don't know. That seems like it would be really, either really good or just really awful for some reason.
What?
And I love Ed, and Eddie.
Like
Ed, Ed,
maybe
Ed.
Ed and Eddie, like when they're in like their high school years and they're like learning how. It would be like a bit of a slice of life. Still have the comedic style of Ed and Eddie, but still be like slice of life. Like
They would
Then-
do something like that. I'd say Adult Swim has to run it, because you could do so much like good jokes with that by being inappropriate and shit.
I mean, I can also imagine Adult Swim if they ever do get this, they get Megas XLR back.
Oh, that's not gonna come back.
Yeah, that's dead, Mark. We gotta
Yeah.
move on, Mark.
Well, no,
What a
I mean,
story,
like,
Mark.
it literally cannot be
Exactly.
brought back because
Oh, I forgot what to talk about. Oh my
they
god.
used it
I
as
should
a
have mentioned this
bankruptcy
earlier.
and shit.
Uh-huh.
Oprah
Ouch.
Winfrey might be running for president.
That's what I was trying to say a while
Didn't we
back.
talk about that?
Yeah, we already
We
did,
forgot to
because I
talk
made
about
the
that. We'll talk about it after this.
Okay.
because I made the Drake and Josh joke about it.
Yeah.
Like, I could see that.
Yeah,
Okay, so we done with the anime adaptations?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oprah Winfrey. She's gonna be
Boondocks predicted it at the end.
Yeah.
Stedman. Oh, by the way, there is a great. I recommend you guys look at a video by a group called Double Toasted, where they talk about Oprah Winfrey running for president. They point out two people in the crowd. One of them being, I think, not Don Cheadle. It's who was the guy from Training Day? Training Day.
Training gay.
Training
Days?
Like that. Training
No,
Day.
I know what you're talking about. Let me see. Like the main guy, actor. I don't know. I haven't seen.
Denzel Washington.
Oh, Denzel. Okay.
Denzel Washington and Oprah's own husband Stedman just looking at her with absolute fear. Stedman the most afraid. Like the host Corey Coleman joked around and said, "Why are you all laughing? Look what you've done, you fools! She'll destroy us all."
Was that supposed to be a joke, or was that legit fear?
Yeah, I think it was a joke.
Well, what
don't know.
Corey said was a joke, but when you look at Stedman's face, all he say is like, "Oh God, I think he's just translating his thoughts."
Yeah, I don't know, but at this point, just whatever. Okay, this is our lives now.
I mean, I can honestly like imagine that. Like, if Oprah does become president, I mean, that's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I seriously, I just can't. It's just this is silly. Just all of this.
Like, honestly, considering what's going on with Trump, I'm gonna say I'll take anyone else other than him, or the vice president, or whoever's the Speaker of the House.
Well, that's not shocking.
Yeah, you Trump supporter.
I ain't no Trump supporter. I'm just a supporter of anyone else.
Yeah, we already did this joke of calling Mark Trump.
No, the shocking one.
Oh. Yeah. I don't know. This is a silly world we live in.
Wait, you just now figured that out?
No. Well, yes. I figured it out. I
Didn't want to believe it.
positively- Yeah. Okay, well, podcast's over. I don't want to live anymore. Who are you people?
I'm Austin Trench. I am the reason confusion is such a cool thing.
And I'm DZ Dog, and, well,
Are you
know.
actually a dog?
I don't know anymore. I've never looked in the mirror. Hold on.
You're a
He's
vampire.
colorblind. He can't look in the mirror.
Exactly. I don't know. I look like a dog, but not really.
Actually, I think dogs aren't. I don't think dogs are colorblind. I think they can actually see certain colors better than others.
Okay.
Or is that birds?
Yeah. Sure, I'm a dog, but not really. I'm not a real doctor, but I am a worm. And who are you, Mark?
I'm Giant King Mark, and I'm just a ticking time bomb ready to just explode half the time.
Look, dude, we don't want to hear about your sex life. Let's keep it.
Yeah, just
Keep it
slanging and
appropriate.
banging.
No, it was mostly my rage breaking point. Like, every day I see more things that tick me off, but I'm worried I'll eventually just explode one day. And it'll be
Never
crazy.
get your rocks off, bud.
Okay,
Yeah, that-
all right.
Not pretty.
All right, you guys are people.
Yep. I'm
Yes, we're
Commissar
people,
versus
man.
Getarex.
Okay, well, thank you for tuning in, all two people.
Woo!
Save this long. Goodbye.
Bye.